This is the Author Blurb podcast, where readers and authors connect. We are here for you to learn and discover those authors who are not either large names or as popular as some might find, but they're entertaining, they're fun, and they're enjoyable to listen to in these interviews. So take the time, learn more about them, enjoy the interviews, and remember to go to authorblurb.com where you can find out more about them, about the shows, and other guests that we have. And this time I'm reviewing S.A. Jules' book, Blink. Now, let me get into saying that this is a Christian book, and it's by Ambassador International. So I've spoken with quite a few people from Ambassador International. Love the publishing company. Their authors are fantastic to talk to. I encourage you to go through, and you can even look them up through the author blurbs profiles or the author list on the website and find the authors from there. But S.A. Jules, I spoke with her about several of her books. And, I'll be honest with you, when she sent me this book in Kindle, I feared that it would be preachy. Like I said, it's a Christian book. So what I want you to know is I don't really get into Christian literature, mainly because I don't like feeling preached to. And when I want to have a sermon, I go to YouTube and watch my pastor back in Ohio. He discusses what I believe, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. But I don't want my books to preach or beat me down with religion, because I read books to get away, enjoy life, have a alternative world to escape the craziness of the world as it is right now. Because, if anybody's been around and looking outside for the last couple of years, the world's been a crazy place, and sometimes you just need a place to go to get away. With that being said, the book Blink does have a lot of Christian themes, a lot of Christian information, but you don't feel like the book is beating you down with religion. What it's doing is it's taking the Revelations, the book of Revelations, out of the Bible and addressing what would be, I would say, the beginning of the tribulations, the 7 years of after people are taken from the earth, and the first sign of the end of times. Now, anyone that has read the Bible, read Revelations, you should know what's going to happen at the end. But the journey, it's not always about the ending. The ending was good, and I did enjoy it. But what it comes down to is this book, it's the journey to get to the end. If you go to authorblurb.com, you can find Sarah or S.A. Jules' profile there, where there's the link to our YouTube conversation, the video of that. You can also find her under the podcast tab, that her audio of her interview is there, where we do discuss her book, Blink. And, I listened to her talk, and like I said, when she sent it to me, even after listening to her talk, she did say that she expected it. She didn't really want it to be aimed towards the already believers, the faithful, this and that. She wanted it to be something to help the people outside of the Christian faith to get into and understand and enjoy some of the stories of the Christian faith. I would put it in almost post-apocalyptic kind of genre, but it starts off basically an executive or senior management in a executive. Forgive me, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I do apologize, but I wanted to get this review done. I just finished the book, and I'm excited. I enjoyed it to the point of I wanted to get it out while it was still fresh. With that being said, it starts off with the advertising executive, upper management, whatever he is. He's celebrating coming off a big win from a very perverse Gene advertisement that just aired on the Super Bowl. He's very proud of himself. And just there, after he was about ready to step into dealing with a new client, he ended up watching a woman that was sitting across the desk from him vanish. The whole world saw, majority of people, like I think a third or a huge chunk of the human society, just vanish in a blink. Hint the name, blink. So within a blink of an eye, people just vanished. And that's really where the story starts. So you start getting a feeling of one of the characters, and it's not just one character. There's multiple things going on. You have the UN, which grows into a whole nother beast that just is nothing good. You have the United States, which they're not in the greatest condition, considering a huge chunk of civilization in the United States is gone. You have Iran, you have conflicts throughout the world that's occurring. And with S.A. Jewell, when I first started reading it, I figured, okay, let's read the first chapter while I'm putting my son to sleep and see what I'm getting into. My son was well asleep, and I was already done with the first chapter and interested in going on and keep reading. And if I wasn't tired, I probably would have. With that being said, it's not written in a way that you feel preached to. You're feeling like you're going on an adventure. You're seeing the different things that occur in different areas, different countries, the different players in this saga that just brings everything to you and gets you excited. It's not another preachy book, another this, another that. I don't need that. I promise you, if you read it, if you go into it being Christian, non-Christian, atheist, whatever you are, if you go into it thinking of it more as the story is what you're trying to get out of it, and you will find enjoyment, fun. If you're into the post-apocalypse, the type of stories, this will be right up your alley. Because in all truth, usually religion, things like that do come into play. So what I would say is go find her book. Read it. You're going to enjoy it. I definitely did. I did not feel, like I've said multiple times, that it's preachy. I don't read preachy books. I just don't like them because I need an escape from the world just like everyone else does after the craziness of reality. So if you want post-apocalypse, if you want adventure, if you want things that you really, I mean, even if you read the book of Revelations, which discusses this, you still will be surprised about a lot of what's going on. There's a lot in there that I literally forgot that was in Revelations, and I've read the Bible. So with that being said, you still find enjoyment, you find things happening, and you find the excitement. Hopefully you find the same excitement I did. Now, again, all these reviews I do, I absolutely my own review, my own opinion, my own thoughts. So I also am trying to give you what I think. You might disagree with me. If you do, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a message in the comments. If you're listening to this on audio, send me a message. Leave something on audio, on the audio voicemail that I have on the website. Something. I'd love to hear from you and see what you thought about it as well. And like I said earlier in this review, you can go to authorblurb.com where S.A. Jewell has a profile. Our interview is on there where her and I discuss all of her books and discuss all the stuff that she's worked on, she's thinking about, and what so have you. That being said, I'm going to take a nap. I appreciate you sticking with me, and then hopefully you go out and get the book and find it as enjoyable as I have. Like I said, lack of sleep. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on the show, and hopefully you find that author that you really do love. That's what all this is about, is me helping you find great authors. Find people that are going to excite you, kind of like this book has for me. I have more reviews coming. I'm reading a couple other books that I'm planning on getting reviews for, but stick with me, go through the interviews. And also, here's an idea. If all these books that I'm reviewing are from authors that have been on the show, if there's an author that you want to see me give a review on one of their books, shoot me a message. You can ask me to do a review on that as well. I'll be happy to do so. And if it's not a book in my genre, I'll try to find somebody that it is and that they can give a great interview to tell me their ideas of the review of the book. So with that being said, thank you. I'll talk with you soon, or I'll talk to you soon, however you want to look at it. Take it easy.